Greetings, fellow Quartermasters. Welcome back to my channel. It's your main man Jake here, and today is another special ranking video. The last ranking video I did was a few months ago with top 5 Gill Grunts, but I am back with the ranking of all the elemental characters. Starting with Life, which was my very first collab with Crash the Skylands. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend you check it out because it's actually a really good video. But this time I'm by myself because I am actually going to be talking about the top 5 Undead Skylanders. Or top 6, actually, I should say, because I actually want to give a shout out to Crypt King. Crypt King is on the thumbnail, because I made the thumbnails for these videos a while back. And unfortunately, when I was looking through my Skylanders, looking for undead characters, that would be in my top 5. I guess Crypt King wasn't there. But if I had to rank Crypt King somewhere, I think he'd probably be top 10 undead. But unfortunately, he didn't exactly make this list, but he is on the thumbnail, so that's why I wanted to give him a shout out. And I only have Nitro Crypt King. I don't have the normal colors for Crypt King, so yeah, that's always fun. Anyway, yeah, that's Crypt King. Technically number 6, but it's also just technically a shout out. So, but hey, let's get on to the actual list. Coming in at number 5, we have Hex. Now, yes, I grabbed this specific Hex to flex that I have Series 1 Hex still in box. It's a little bent and broken a little bit, but yes, number 2. I actually enjoy Hex a lot. Like, she's fun, she's powerful. Her skull attacks are really good. Her skull rain does incredible damage, and her bone wall, it just makes for a great defensive move. And when you get her bottom path, the one that upgrades her skulls and her bones, they can become spiky and hurt enemies that touch them. So that's pretty cool. And I just really like Hex because you know, she's fun. She's for a ghost witch, she's kind of. But anyway, yeah, Hex is number 5. I really enjoy playing as her a lot. Her moveset is great, and both her paths are good. That's always a plus when you rank Skylanders, having both path upgrades, both paths with good upgrades. But yeah, anyway, Hex is number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the Undead Sensei, Chopscotch. Now, I wanted to add Chopscotch in here because when I originally got Chopscotch, my dad owned her, so she was technically his in a way. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to put Chopscotch on the list, not just for that reason, because that'd be very stupid if I just put her on the list for that reason. And at number 4, no less above Hex, who actually has reasons to be good, Chopscotch is actually pretty decent. She's a very powerful sensei with her giant axe. She swings it, she chops people up, and she throws her head around to make little tiny Chopscotches fight for her. She's a great character. She's a smasher sensei, so that's really good too. And I just really enjoy Chopscotch a lot. I haven't played with her in a hot minute, but whenever I do play as her, I feel like I'm always gonna have a good time because she's actually really good. And her upgrade, where you can just continuously chop with her axe, just continuously chop and make like a line of damage. That's a really good attack. And yeah, you know, Chopscotch is actually really good. I really enjoyed playing as her when I did. But yeah, Chopscotch, number 4. Coming in at number 3, this is kind of a tough choice with the characters I have, but number 3, I'm gonna have to give number 3 spot to Eyebrow. Now the reason is because Eyeball is actually a really good giant. He's one of my favorite giants. He has wings on his eyeball, as you can see there. He can fly and shoot people, and while the eyeball is shooting enemies, his headless body continuously punches and does damage. And his I don't know, he's just really powerful, and he has like 2 upgraded armor moves in his path, which is really good. But unfortunately, only one path is really good to get, which is the one that isn't the eyeball upgrades. But the eyeball upgrades are pretty good too. And his move where he summons a bunch of eyeballs from the ground, that's pretty cool too. And eyeball is just a real eyeball. His name is Eyeball. He's just a really cool design overall, and I just really enjoy playing with him. I think he's really cool, and if I do a giant lock in the future, I feel like I'm going to have a lot of fun playing as Eyeball. Even though he may not be my favorite giant of all time, but he is definitely up there as one of the best Undead Skylanders. But there are still 2 more better than him, so let's get on with those. Coming in at number 2 is my boy Night Shift. Yep. The Undead Vampire Swapper with 1 glove. His other glove broke off somehow. I don't exactly remember how that happened, but since Night Shift has 1 glove, his figure has 1 glove, so he's like a 1-armed boxer. But in game, he's actually his 2-armed boxer self is actually really, really good. His boxing attacks are great. His teleport ability is great. It's great for moving fast when you need speed, or if you're trying to get like a speed run, which I don't think Swap Force actually has a speed running objective, but if it did, Night Shift would be the Skylander to use for that, because his teleport is just constant. You can press it repeatedly and it just goes on and on. Unlike Hoot Loop's teleport, where you have to hold down the button and physically move his teleporter to, go farther or whatever. Technically, you don't have to, but it's more effective if you hold down the button and all. But Night Shift, it's just consistent. You can keep pressing the button and he'll teleport and teleport. And his upgrade, he has an upgrade where he shoots like a bat projectile in front of him when he teleports, so that's really good too. It's fun. Night Shift is just an overall fun character to use. And I think he deserves this number 2 spot. He's just really good. I really enjoy Night Shift when I played as him, and it's good. It's 2. It's cool, And I have 2 variants of his bottom side with each path on different upgrades, so whenever I do play as Night Shift, I get to test out both bottom paths without having to physically switch the paths, which is a plus. Night Shift, number 2. And coming in at number 1, it should be obvious by now, Chop Chop. Number 1 is Chop Chop. When I first got Skylanders, I saw Chop Chop on the poster. I'm like, oh, this guy looks cool. I want him. But this isn't the first Chop Chop figure I got. The first figure of Chop Chop that I got was actually the Series 3 version. And ironically, the Series 1 Chop Chop was the last... Wait, no. The last normal colored Chop Chop that I got. I still need Legendary Chop Chop, but I'll get him at some point, hopefully. But yeah, Chop Chop. When I first got him as his Series 3 version, I really liked him. Oh, Series activated. Shut up, Siri. I really liked him. Chop Chop is powerful and he's fun to play as. Both his path upgrades are really great, but his sword path upgrade specifically is probably the best path upgrade of any Skylander out there. And his Wow Pows, at least his Series 3, is one of my favorite Wow Pows to use. So that's a big bonus. And Series 2 Chop Chop is pretty good too. He comes with the Dragonfire Cannon, which is a plus. And Series 1 Chop Chop, the last version of Chop Chop, that's his original colors that I needed. And I finally got, I wanted him for so long. I finally got him. And Chop Chop is just really, really incredibly fun to play as. I love him. He is probably my favorite Undead Skylander of all time, hence why he's number 1 in this top 5 list. You know, when I was picking out Skylanders for this list, I just had to include Chop Chop at number 1 because, like, who else would I pick? So, yeah, Chop Chop is number 1. So, yeah, that is gonna do it for this episode of ranking different characters from Elements. My top 5 Undead Skylanders are all lined up right here, from the best to the 5th best. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you agree with my list, you can tell me. But if you disagree, or if you would place one of these 5 in a different ranking, let me know in the comments below. Don't be rude about it though, because if you respect my opinion, I'll respect yours. That's what Crash the Skylanders always said. So yeah, just remember to be nice. And yeah, I still have plans for the rest of the ranking videos for the different elements. So hopefully I can get those all out soon. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.